Hi, my name is Al Green. Not that one, but the struggling guy who was in the music industry for years trying to sell talent and songs to agents. The agents befriended me and taught me techniques that I want to pass on to you through my program, which is called You Can Talk, You Can Sell. Anyone who has ever taken this program has excelled in selling and either risen to the top of their company, their team, or the top of their field. It's called You Can Talk, You Can Sell, and you can get it right here. Hi everybody, Alfred Green here. Let's talk about how do you go about fireproofing your selling system, the one that is the best way for you to work. Now, what do I mean by fireproof? When you fireproof something, you're basically protecting it from the harsh, extreme environments of flame, heat, whatever. And that's talking about physical objects. But now, one of the things is that there's a lot of turnover in companies, and people who are entrepreneurs might hire somebody to do their selling for them, which is always a good idea if you have an expert that can do for you. But how do you keep that person from moving on, starting their own business, or possibly being pulled away from your company to go somewhere else because of a better deal? I've seen it happen a lot of times. I've seen a salesperson go to work for a small company, and he was so successful at selling, he decided that he would be able to start his own business, and he did, and went into competition with the person who gave him his start. This happens all the time. So now how do you fireproof a person like that? The position that they're in. Well, number one, if you're an entrepreneur and you're using somebody else to do your selling for you, you should be very good to them and be honest and fair and pay them what you expect to pay them, because people are looking for the little things, and they're also looking for opportunities. In this case, this was a home improvement type of business where thousands of dollars were on the books coming into that company every hour because of the salespeople that would get with the clients and basically take deposits and make commitments and bring in the contractors and find out how can they deliver the highest quality product to that customer, it was a homeowner, and also maintain a good profit, because the highest quality usually costs more and the profit margin isn't always as large as you want it to be. So the owner was thinking in terms of gross sales. He had a crackerjack salesperson working for him who went out there to collect these jobs. He knew how the business worked. He knew the suppliers, and he also knew a lot of the contractors that were used to get this job done on this home improvement project. So he decided one day that he would start his own company and go into competition with the owner of this company. I was brought in as a consultant to do an analysis of what was going on, and what I saw was the fact that the owner of the company didn't exactly talk to his salespeople like they were revered. Now, I'm not saying that you have to, treat them like they're royalty. I'm just saying that you got to be fair with them, pay them on time, and that was his main complaint. He goes, I will bring this guy $32,000 every couple days, and he never pays me on time. He gets the money up front, but he makes me wait for my money. And he didn't like that, so he started his own company. He had saved enough capital to open up a brick and mortar and basically go into business and take out all the same advertisements that this particular business owner owned, but he didn't fireproof his own company. As a result, by losing that guy, what did he do? That guy started his own company and hired all the other salespeople away, pointing out everything that was wrong with this entrepreneur and everything that his business was doing that wasn't right, and basically tearing him apart. Now, I'm not suggesting that anybody here is running a business in that way. or that the business that you're working for is running things that way. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. It's a very simple process. You take care of the people. You give them the acknowledgement that they want. Use feedback, because the biggest complaint that a lot of these salespeople had was they would go to the owner and say, we have a problem and we have a way to fix it, and we go to the owner and he won't change his ways. He won't do anything about it. He says, that's the way we do it and that's it. And he would just pretty much write them off. So now how do you fireproof your own methods so that, number one, you're more effective and you have a value to whoever you're working for, even if it's you're working for yourself and you need to build in your income so that you have more money and a more successful company. Basically, one of the things that's talked about in this program is exactly how to do that. We're going to cover all the details by going through all the different scenarios and finding out how can you adjust and customize your own way of working so that you're basically fireproofed. Your company will revere you. I worked for a company for 15 years where people came and went all the time for a lot of different reasons. But they had such a high turnover, and if you were a veteran and you stayed there for longer than 5 years, the company started noticing that maybe you were a little bit more serious than the other people. So then when you continue to perform and you just bring to them whatever it is that they ask for, then you're pretty much fireproof. They're not going to get rid of you. That would be stupid for them to kill the golden goose, as they say. So you might want to think about all the different things that you can do to protect yourself and be more effective and become a person who is successful, which is what we train people to do. 5 times, even 10 times the amount of sales. And that's been noted and can be proven. For people who always do well because they have a basic philosophy and they work a certain way, which are the methods of the 6-figure selling system, and also they become fireproof. When you do this kind of things, you're going to be a person who can take a rotten egg and turn it into a golden egg, basically. It's very simple. You don't have to stick yourself with struggling and stress. You don't have to use that as your motivation. Your incentives are your motivation. Your ability to talk for a living is such a gift that you can actually work in a field where most people don't even want to do it. Only 5% of the people in the world are involved in some form of selling. Professional salespeople is even less than 4%. And that means one-on-one consulting. And one of the things that is talked about in that field is all the different ways that people can make money going to work for competitors or doing something different than they're doing now. The best people are often given a chance to be promoted into management. And many companies are looking for coaches, people who know how to coach. So we teach that. My team of people teaches coaches. That's hard to say, teaches coaches. They teach coaches how to motivate people, because performance management is one of the most difficult things there is. How do you get people to perform? How do you get them to feel motivated, to want to be motivated, to look forward to going to work every day? And I don't mean 7 days a week. Nobody should be that obsessed unless that's something they've been wanting to do since they were a kid. But I don't know anybody who gets up in the morning and can't wait to work 24 hours and be a workaholic to make more money 7 days a week. People too want to have lives too. They have interests they want to do. They want to see spectator movies, sports. They want to attend personal events. They want to go to weddings. They don't want to say, I can't go to your wedding. I'm working. No, you don't want that. You want to be able to make sure that you always have the freedom of time to put things aside and prioritize the things in your life. And that's exactly what happens to top-notch salespeople. As busy as they are and as much as they work, they always find the time. There's one person that I worked with for years who always found the time to travel every year and go to these exotic places and still come back and make a huge impact on sales so that he could actually justify to the company to do that. when the company tells you you get 2 weeks a year, which happens a lot, and you manage to say, I need 3 because I'm going to Europe, or I'm going to wherever, Canada, or in some cases Puerto Rico, wherever it might be. Costa Rica is what I meant to say, not Puerto Rico, but people do that too. They want to be able to go to different places and not be restricted in their time. The worst thing you can do for yourself is take a 2-week vacation, and on the day you come home, you go to work. I always would put that buffer in there. Before I leave on vacation, I have that day off so I can take my time getting ready. And then when I come back from vacation, take at least 2 days off so I can settle in and kind of get back into the groove. I did it one time before where I took a 2-week vacation, and when I came back, the day I came back, I went right back to work, and it was stress for the whole month. So we want to keep you unstressed. We want to keep you motivated. So we do want to keep you in that zone. We want to keep you in that place where you are the person who has your plan, and you are fireproofing yourself so that you don't burn out, and the company doesn't get burned out by you as well. It's a very nice way to work. We're looking for not shortcuts, even though it can shortcut an awful lot of the details that get in the way of people. It works. There's a proven track record here, the 6-figure selling system, and we're going to help you fireproof yourself so that you can be successful and move on and continue in the career of selling, which happens to be something that actually you've gravitated to and you've made it work. So good luck and congratulations on all you've done. But let's take it a step further and get you to be acknowledged a lot more than you are. Until then, I will see you. Thanks.